Hey, Ronnie here from fourwheelinginwesternaustralia.com, the full drive and camping information website that pretty much has everything covered in regards to camping and full driving. You are watching Modified episode number 7, where we share with you four-wheel drives that have been accessorized and customized for everyday use and full driving. All right, let's get into the vehicle behind me. Righto folks, I'll introduce you to the owner of this vehicle we're featuring this time. Jack, how you going?
Hey Ronnie.
Alright, so just tell our audience what year and what vehicle is this?
Alright, this is my 2008 Nissan GU Patrol.
Yep.
And it's running the 3 litre common rail engine.
The 3 litre common rail, yep.
Yep.
What, so what series is it?
2008 is a Series 6.
Series 6, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll now go through all the aspects of the vehicle and cover everything from front to back. We'll start with the bar work on the vehicle. So Jack, what do you got on it?
This is a Nissan factory winch bar,
Yep.
running powerful 4x4 sliders with the scrub bars, and a Tigers 11 winch in the front, 12,000 pound.
Okay. I've noticed you've used this brush bar a bit.
Yeah, decided to lean up against it and they're not as strong as I'd like, and give it a nice little dimple there.
Yeah. I would imagine if you didn't have it.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
And what about the rear bar?
Rear bar is opposite lock, twin wheel carrier. And it's taken a few hard hits for me and hasn't copped anything.
Has it increased your departure angle?
Slightly, and now you don't have the little lights at the bottom to get smashed when you hit something.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's the common thing you see is guys
lights in
driving
the
around
bumper.
with broken tail lights.
Yeah, yeah. And your roof rack?
Roof rack is an ARB touring rack because I used to run a rooftop tent. But
Steel, eh?
yeah.
Yeah.
And running a steady light bar on top as well.
So now onto tyres and lift. So first of all, tyres, Jack?
Running the Bighorn 762. It's on a steel round hole Sunraysia, -22 offset.
-22, yep.
Yeah, so I had to take the front mud flaps off and just decided first corner out of the shop and it just ripped the first one off, so I took the other one off as well.
So how come you went -22? Is that to...
I was running the old Nissan steel rims,
Yep.
and in the back they were polishing the inside of the wheel arch, and the Neg 22s don't do it, so
Yeah, okay.
yeah, the guy recommended them and they've been great.
Yeah, so alright, so -22 makes them fit
Yep.
with 33s on them.
Yep.
How long you had the tyres for?
These ones have done probably 10,000, but I had 2 before that have done 20 and look the same.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
so they wear pretty slow then.
Yeah, they're noisy, but I haven't had any lugs tear off yet. A couple of little slight cuts in them.
Yeah,
But-
you get that.
I'm happy with them.
Suspension.
Suspension is 2-inch lift with Armada remote reservoir shocks.
Also got the... Oh yeah, cool.
Yep, and it just soaks up the corrugations. It's King Springs front and rear with 250 constant in the back.
Yeah,
So
okay.
a bit more heavy duty for the drawers and everything in the back.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So Jack, do you want to tell our audience what lights you got on? Start with your spotties.
Up the front, these are just the 240 Blitz, just halogen. The top I've got a 42-inch steady light bar. I think it puts out about 20,000 lumens.
Has that got spreaders on the edges?
Yeah, it's spread on the side and spot in the middle.
Okay.
And yeah, from last night, it puts out a bit of light. You
Yeah.
still got the little dark patches in the side, but yeah,
Yep.
it's pretty bright.
Yeah, I noticed it in my mirror.
Good.
All good, but. And then your awning. We forgot to mention that we covered the roof rack.
Yep, it's just an ARB awning. It came with the roof rack, and I've just put some LED strip lights in it. So when we park up, I can plug them into the cigarette socket in the back
Yeah, that's a good idea.
and camp underneath that.
Yeah. You got 2 aerials. You got 2 radios.
No,
Or one
well,
of these, or...
so the small one is extension for my phone in the car. So
Yep.
I use it for GPS, and I can still get calls in most places. And the taller one is a hunting spec UHF, so it's got a lot of flex in it for
Yeah, okay.
getting it in and around the scrub.
Does it ever hit your bonnet?
Nope.
Good.
On the freeway, it does get a nice lean on it though.
Yeah, okay. So that big aerial on the back. Let's go to the back of the car and have a look at that one. Right, so now on the back of the vehicle, and Jack, I noticed you got a HF radio.
Yep, I'm running a Barrett 550 in the front, and this is the auto tune antenna.
Yep.
With a 2 meter stainless whip. I haven't had a chance to test it out yet, but I plan on doing a lot more long trips and solo touring. So.
Yeah. Like the idea of you putting it on the back, because if you have it on the front like I've got mine,
yeah,
you know, all we've got to do is hit one kangaroo and then radio's pretty kaput.
It gets a lot of clearance as well, so there's less interference. All my electrical to the rear is run on that side of the car, so this side of the car is purely for the antenna.
Yeah.
So.
That's pretty smart. So on your rear bar, I noticed you've got 2 tyre carriers. That's pretty handy.
Yep, no, it's very handy, and normally I'll carry the Max Tracks on this side, wheelie bin on that side, take all my crap out with me when we go out.
That's the way.
Yeah.
It's the only way. All right, should we open it up and have a look inside?
Yep, no worries. So they're on gas struts, so hold them out as well.
Oh, cool. Yeah, right, you don't see too many with that.
No, it's good, except when you take off and you forget you haven't latched it, blow the gas strut. That's how I got this nice dent on the panel.
Oh, okay. As you can see, he's got all his camping gear in here because we've just been camping. So this is what you normally carry pretty much?
Yeah, on longer trips I'd put the 80 litre fridge in.
Oh, you have a fridge?
Yeah, I've got a fridge. I'm just running that for today because it's nice and small, and didn't want to bring 80 litre fridge for one night. And yeah, the drawers are new, so I haven't tested them out too much. I think this is a little bit flimsy, but the actual drawer runners are quite solid.
Yeah, okay. And how deep is the drawer? Just to the back of the...
I want to say 900.
900?
Yeah.
Roughly 900,
Yeah.
And this top bit, does this slide out too? Or?
It does, but it's just a little bit flimsy at the moment. That's the transceiver. Run a little remote fuse block as well, which feeds all my 12 volt outlets. And
oh yeah, 12 volt outlets here.
So that's where I plug the awning in, and the fridge connects to that as well. So being at the front, when you pull the fridge out, it doesn't rip the cord out of the back.
Yeah. And you got the standard GU pockets here. That's pretty handy.
Yeah, so it's good for bug spray, first aid kit, toilet paper, sunscreen, all the essentials.
Easy access.
Yeah, everything you need.
So I noticed you got a raised air intake. I mean, that's aftermarket, eh?
Yeah, that's an ARE aftermarket scoop. It's got a little louver built into it to spread the air across the intercooler and keep it a bit more even.
Oh, yeah, to spread it out a bit more, yeah?
Yeah, so the louver's just there. It's probably dropped EGTs by 50 degrees, I reckon.
That's a fair bit, actually.
Yeah, I can go on the highway at 350 degrees, and maybe if I put the boot down, I'll see 400.
So just from the scoop, you reckon you dropped about 50 degrees Celsius?
It's just more even.
It's pretty incredible for just a bit of fiberglass, isn't it, or plastic?
I wound up the boost at the same time, so I'm not sure how much is involved in each. But when I run about 18 psi, it runs cooler than when I run lower, safer boost levels.
Yep.
I've never had limp mode or anything like that. EGTs are nice and low.
Yeah.
Fuel usage is nice and low, so until I get it tuned with a uni-chip, I think it's fairly safe.
So you're going to go to the uni-chip,
Yeah. I just want to be able to change the tunes for what I'm driving, so if we're doing low range or beach work or rocks, I can adjust it for...
Oh, so you're thinking about the 5-map selecting as well,
yeah, for my personal driving style.
Yeah.
It is my daily driver, so I do want to have something where I can just cruise along and not chew through all the fuel.
Yep, side.
Figure out things.
Gas struts.
Yep.
They're standard with the GU?
Yep, standard.
Okay, so I noticed you got 2 batteries.
Yep, so that's cranking, and that's the auxiliary battery.
Yep.
I'm in the process of moving everything over onto that one.
Okay, so you're gonna, so you're gonna swap the sides, so that'll be your auxiliary then.
Yeah, because all the internal lights still run off this.
Yeah.
So when you've got the back open at night, you're draining your starting battery. I'd rather just rewire all the factory wiring onto that side.
Oh, so you got it wired around the other way.
Yeah.
Okay, and what's that? Is that a chip?
Yep, that's a Chipit Mark 1. There's been a lot of problems with them, and that's why I want to go the uni-chip before I get any of those problems.
Yep.
But so far, I'll be honest, and I haven't had any issues.
Yeah.
I can't run past the 4th tune because of the pressure cutoff on the rail.
Oh,
too much pressure and it just releases the fuel, so it just jumps around.
Oh, yeah, okay. Anything else in here? You're running standard Nissan air filters?
Yep. I guess the only other extra stuff, I've got the needle valve to control spool up, and I've got a doors valve to control maximum boost levels. Oil catch can.
Oh, you got a catch can in this?
Yeah, that little round thing there. That one.
Yep. Have you got a second fuel filter at all?
No. No, I'm thinking about putting a lift pump in down the track, but at the moment I haven't had any issues.
Okay. Nissan snorkel?
Yep. I'm considering going to a Millweld with a Millweld airbox as well. 4-inch stainless powder coated black.
Yep.
But we'll see how we go on that one.
Okay.
As well.
Yeah, okay. What exhaust you got on this?
2 3/4-inch Beaudesert exhaust. I had boost spikes when I first put it in, which is why I've got the doors and needle valve.
Yeah.
They say you don't need them for the common rail, but I was getting spikes out to 25 psi using 18 litres per 100 on the freeway.
Oh.
And it just screams.
18 litres per 100.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's more than the V8 diesel. Yeah. What are you getting now?
Between 10 and 12, depending on how I'm driving.
That's pretty good. We're now inside Jack's patrol, and he's just going to run us through some of the things he's got in here. Well, some of the things, he's got a lot of stuff in here actually. So Jack, I don't know where to start. Let's start with your roof console.
Alright, it's a Outback roof console. Got the 6 switches at the front. None of them are running at the moment, I've just put it in. This is the Barrett HF head unit, running the little eyeball lights, which put out a lot of light. Remote speaker in the back of it.
Are they LED?
No.
Okay.
But they put out enough light. They get too hot as well.
Yeah, okay.
But it looks nice and neat. I'm very happy with the finish on the trim.
Yeah, it looks good, eh? It ties in with this. Is this?
Yeah, well, this is standard Nissan vinyl.
Okay.
But apparently they bought out the last of it.
Is that a compartment?
Yeah, that's the existing sunglass holder,
Ah.
which they make a little compartment for.
Oh, yeah, righto. So that just, yeah, that's cool.
So you take out the standard one and bolt this back into this when it comes out.
Yeah, okay. Alright, and scan gauge?
Yep, scan gauge, I've got it set to read the voltage put out by the alternator, litres per 100, average fuel use, and water temperature.
Yeah, because you never get accurate on these.
Yeah, well, by the time that thing moves past the middle,
late.
You've cooked it.
Lockers,
yep.
Front and rear.
So yeah, compressor switch, which is it's the twin motor ARB compressor under the seat.
Oh, you got it under your seat.
Yeah, and then front and rear lockers.
Oh, you do have the twin compressor.
Yep.
That's why it filled up so quick yesterday.
Yeah.
UHF.
Yeah, it's a Uniden remote unit, so all the controls are on the
handpiece. On the handpiece. Yeah, I've never had one with everything on the handpiece. Like, have you gone from having the normal one to?
No, well, I've got the normal ones on my work cars.
Yeah.
But I found that to be.
You find that way
handy.
better?
Well, I can hide the box, and
yeah.
Eventually I might move it up here and put 2 in there, one for scan and one for a control channel.
I've got 2 of mine. When you do scan and you use the other one, it picks you up.
Yeah.
And you get echo. It's something you don't think about till you do it.
Didn't think about that.
Standard deck.
Standard deck, yep, because I still run cassettes.
Yeah, it is too. Cassette player.
Yep. So that'll be going soon.
What the hell? What? 2006, they still got cassette player.
Yeah, I was going to go a double DIN, but I run the iPhone 6 and that's got all my maps on it, and this is tracking what we did yesterday.
Yeah, okay. What app are you using for tracking?
It's GPS Kit.
GPS Kit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can cache everywhere firsthand, but it doesn't have existing tracks. So
Alright.
I like it because I can go and explore an area and I don't know what's there until I'm doing it. I used to run a HEMA as well, but I just found it a pain. There's too much clutter on the windscreen as well.
Yeah, okay. Yep. Alright, well, is that pretty much it? Or what are these switches here?
We've got, that's the winch isolator, and then it's in and out. So it's remote winch control.
Oh, yeah, okay, cool. But you're going to move that up here.
Yep.
We are now on to questions and answers, Q&A. Jack, the first question I got for you is, what are your top 3 mods that you think a person should have for a GU from stock?
Yep. Well, when I first got mine, I already had the front bar and the rear bar. So the first 3 things I did was suspension, tyres and gauges.
Suspension, tyres and gauges.
So you know what the motor's doing. And And then off-road you're up and you're off the ground a bit more. And
yep. And tyres, you got your off-road.
Yeah, just having the confidence to know that when you go off-road, you're going to be able to stand up to the test a bit more.
The next question then is, what is your must-have accessory or item for four-wheel driving, or just in general?
Well, now that I've got the diff locks, that'd have to be the must-have. Just the confidence when you hit those buttons, you can idle up, the toughest challenges.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they're good fun, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, just lock them in, and the only downside to them is when you come out of the challenge and you forget to turn the front locker off, and you just keep going in the straight line,
Oh yeah. You can't steer. Yeah. It's been your best trip so far in your GU?
This trip was awesome for the challenges. Prior to this, it would be Doncaster. Did a week down there.
So you did Pemberton and the sand dunes? And
yep. Yeah, all the way down to the Sandy Peak.
Oh, so you went
campground.
So you went from Jaeger up all the way to Sandy Peak?
Yep. Well, we started in Nannup and did a big loop down and around.
Yeah. How many days?
It was 5 days.
5 days. That's a good time to do all that, isn't it?
Yeah.
So for your GU, you've just put the HF on. And I know you're going to sign up with one of the, I think it was the VKS network?
Yep.
737?
Yep.
What is your next mod for the vehicle? What's your next big plan?
Well, now that it's got all the mods to move off-road, I want it to be a bit more pleasant on-road, so it's probably going to be a uni chip with the 5 maps.
Yep.
So I can really adjust it to what type of driving I'm doing at the time. Yeah.
And what was your previous vehicle?
Previous vehicle was a 2006 D22 Navara. Probably didn't do as much to it as this, but it was lifted and had the canopy on the back. A bit more of a tourer.
All right, Jack, thanks for featuring your car modified.
No problem.
It was a pleasure to have you on a trip as well.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
No worries. Righto folks, there's some ideas for you if you have a GU wagon or you're looking at getting one. This one here is pretty well kitted out. Judging by the trip we just did, it did pretty well too. It kept up. Which one got stuck? The Toyota got stuck, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Hilux got stuck.
Hilux got stuck.
Yeah.
I think I put a few shiny patches underneath, but it got through most of it.
All right, so if you want to see more about this vehicle, you can look up on the website. It'll be Modified Episode 7. Thanks for watching. You can subscribe right here. And take care out on the tracks and trails. And I might see you out there. See ya.